This is for our Gandalf and Sylvan decks. They are now going to be Lead the Sortier. You've held back the hosts of Angmar, but a dark figure appears to lead the final assault. With a terrifying cry, he orders a battering ram against the gate. The old timbers won't endure for long, so you rally your troops for a desperate counterattack. It's victory or death. When revealed, shuffle the encounter deck and discard pile into the encounter deck. The first player adds the battering ram and the Lieutenant of Angmar to the staging area. Each other player reveals an encounter card. So we'll do that shortly. On the other side, it says, progress cannot be placed here while battering ram is in play. At the end of the round, raise each player's step by 1, and this response is for everyone. Okay, each of the different stages will have this. At the end of the round, raise each player's step by 1 and reveal an encounter card to choose a non-unique enemy worth no victory points at another stage. Discard the chosen enemy. Cool. And then it says all we have to do, you guys, is kill the lieutenant. If the Lieutenant of Angmar is in the victory display at the end of the round, the players have routed the enemy and won the game. Here we have battering ram. So battering ram is actually a location. X, which is its threat, is equal to 1 more than the number of resources on battering ram, and it is immune to player card effects. At the end of the round, place 1 resource on battering ram, then deal X damage to Annúminas. Yeah, so this is just going to start hammering on Annúminas each round, and as you don't take care of it, you will have more and more damage done to the city. That's so cool. To travel there, you have to reveal 1 encounter card per player. Then we have our lieutenant over here. He is a 4/6/4 with 9 health. He's also immune to player card effects. It says the Lieutenant of Angmar cannot take damage unless there's at least 10 progress on the main quest. At the end of the round, Lieutenant of Angmar moves to the staging area with the lowest total threat and makes an immediate attack against the first player. So I need to be ready for that. So he's just going to be jumping around to different staging areas and making immediate attacks against the first player at the end of the round. For Legolas, Gimli, and Éomer, we have Rescue the Captives. You've driven back the orcs, but they've captured some of your companions. You won't abandon your friends, so you follow them to the enemy camp. When revealed, shuffle the encounter discard pile into the encounter deck. The first player adds enemy camp to the staging area. Each other player reveals an encounter card, so I need to remember to reveal an encounter card once for each staging area. Each player at each stage chooses a hero he controls, discard all tokens and attachments from it, and place it face down under the main quest at their stage. So we're all going to lose 1 hero. Here's enemy camp. It's immune to player card effects. At the end of the round, if enemy camp is in play, discard 1 random hero from under each stage 3. If enemy camp is in the victory display, return each hero under each stage 3 to its owner's control instead. So we're pretty much guaranteed to lose at least 1 hero, you guys, in each of our stages. And to travel there, we have to reveal 1 encounter card per player. For our Gandalf and Sylvan decks, we will lose Thurandir, which I think makes the most sense, and Biffer, which really kind of stinks, but I want to keep Éowyn for her total awesome 9 attack that she can do, because we still haven't used that. So those 2 are going to be captured. For the Legolas and Gimli and Éomer deck, we're going to lose, which doesn't really make sense, 2 Noldor characters. They wouldn't have been captured, but maybe they're out there trying to help as well. We lost Galadriel and Gildor. And then for our Bjorn and our Círdan decks, we'll have Prince Imrahil, especially because we've got 1 in our hands. We can actually put him back out. And then Merry. Oh, and that also means we've lost our Thor's map, which has been super helpful. So hopefully I can find my other copies. But yeah, those are all of our heroes that have been captured. We're not going to be able to place progress on the main quest until enemy camp is no longer in play. Okay, and then this is the same response as before. For the Bjorn and Círdan deck, we have Stop the Attack. You've driven the enemy from the battlements when you hear a commotion from below. Orcs have tunneled under the walls and attack you from the rear. You charge down the stairs to stem the tide of orcs and block the tunnel entrance. When revealed, shuffle the encounter deck and discard pile. The first player adds the siege tunnel. Each other player reveals an encounter card. For our siege tunnel, it is immune to player card effects. At the end of the round, each team discards cards from the top of the encounter deck until an enemy is discarded and adds that enemy to the staging area. And once again, we have to reveal 1 encounter card per player to travel there. Just like the other 2 staging areas, we cannot place progress here while the siege tunnel is in place. We have to get through that siege tunnel and deal with it, and then we can place our 10 progress on this, and then we can take the lieutenant out. Oh man. Since I'm right here, I am going to reveal one encounter card for the Bjorn and Círdan deck to make sure we're all caught up. So we have the Arnor Battlefields. We'll have that out, as well as the Siege Tunnel and the City Wall. This card here is for the Legolas and Gimli deck, and we have the when revealed Caught in the Press. Each player must choose either deal 1 damage to each questing character you control. Oh, we're not even questing. This is outside of the quest phase. Awesome. Okay, I'll get -1 just until the end of the phase. Easy. Okay, cool. Then we have the final one, and that will be the Gandalf and Sylvan decks, and we'll reveal, Doomed 1. Each player must choose either discard the highest cost. No. We have that Halfling Bounder. That's a great one to cancel, but we are going to have to do the Doomed 1. That means each the Sylvan and the Gandalf deck will move up to 36 threat. Okay, well, we now are into stage 3. This is going to be interesting. It's at least going to be 2, probably 3 rounds, if we can make it. I'm just going to hope that we can maybe save some of these heroes, but it all depends upon Legolas and Gimli and Éomer. To start off what I believe is our 10th round, you guys. Oh my gosh, 10 rounds. Gandalf and the Sylvan decks will both go to 37 threat. Our Sylvan deck is our first player. We'll draw a card or another Ancestral Armor. We know we're getting Gandalf's Staff with Gandalf, and the top card of our deck will be an Unexpected Courage. Wow, we could really make Gandalf insane. I think the only card we're going to play for our Sylvan deck is Marksman of Lorien. The response isn't going to be useful because the Lieutenant is immune to player card effects, but I wanted another ranged character, just in case if another enemy comes out, we will be able to, with Ramil, be able to do either 7 or 8 points of damage if I bring him in during combat because of all the ranged characters. So that's why I wanted to get our Marksman out. The only card the Gandalf deck is going to play using one of Gandalf's and one of Éowyn's resources is the Gandalf Staff. This is restricted, and that is his second restricted attachment, so he cannot have any more restricted attachments, but it's just so incredibly useful. You can use it and either have a player draw 1 card, add 1 resource to a hero's resource pool, or discard a shadow card from a non-unique enemy. Awesome. So many options. We have a total of 11 threat in the staging area, so let's see what we want to do for questing. We'll quest for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 over here, 9, and 10. And we have Orphan over here who can quest for 2. So that's 12, I believe. We'll add to that 12 3 for 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. 26 to 11. I feel pretty good about that. Let's go ahead and reveal our cards. And we have a Savage Werewolf first. That's adding 3 threat. And we have the Angmar Warg Rider. And that guy has archery of 1. We quested for a total of 26. 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. We only did 6 progress, but that's still okay because we can do 3 to get through this, and the remaining 3 are useless. We can't use them. I am definitely going to travel to the Battering Ram. I think that's the best idea. Now, to travel there, we have to reveal 1 encounter card per player. Man, our locations are going to kill us here, but I still think it's worth it. So we will reveal 2 encounter cards. So our first one is another location, and our second one surges into... oh, nice. Everyone who's questing gets -1 willpower. That's fine. They're not questing. Sweet. Actually, that was not terrible. So we are going to have to engage all of these enemies because we're all above. Well, actually, 40. We're not. Maybe I'll leave him. I might actually leave him. Yeah. Just because I'll have enough enemies. And unfortunately, I have no progress on the main quest. So these effects are going to happen when they engage, which is annoying. So I'll go ahead and have the Gandalf deck optionally engage the Lieutenant of Angmar. We can't hurt him, but at least that way no one else has to deal with him. Then I'll have the Sylvan deck optionally engage the Warg of Cardoon. Then we look at the first player, which is the Sylvan deck. They will also get the Agmar Warg Rider. And that means this Agmar Warg Rider is immediately going to attack. Do I want to do it that way? You know what, I might switch that up. Yeah, because that Warg of Karndun is going to also make the Sylvan deck exhaust a character. So let's take it back. Whoop, 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 whoop. We will have the Sylvan deck optionally engage the Lieutenant of Agmar. I can always have Gandalf Sentinel defend. Then we will have the Gandalf deck optionally engage the Agmar Warg Rider. He will immediately attack, which I will resolve in just a second. And then the Warg of Karndun will go ahead and mandatorily engage the Sylvan deck. And they'll exhaust... Let's see, who do I want to exhaust over there? I'll go ahead and exhaust a Galadrim Archer. Let's go ahead and place out some shadow cards. And then, during the combat phase, I'll go ahead and use his action, spend 1, 2, 3, 4 resources to bring out Ramil. So Ramil, which by the way will have 3 attack now because it's his first time coming in. We will deal a total damage to an enemy engaged with a player. Oh, that's almost a bummer. Actually, that Savage Werewolf I should have engaged then, which I think I could have done. So I could have had the Gandalf deck optionally engage the Savage Werewolf, and then everything else would have stayed the same. The Agmar Warg Rider would still be there. So let me grab a shadow card for him because I want to kill the Savage Werewolf. I need to still remember the Agmar Warg Rider is going to attack twice. Okay, but so right now the amount of ranged characters I have is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that will just kill this Savage Werewolf right off the bat. This shadow card just gets discarded. Awesome. Let me go ahead and quick resolve the initial attack from the Agmar Warg Rider. And then I need to do 1 point of archery, which actually I'm going to do that right now. I'm going to do that to this Wandering Ent. So, I didn't even tell you who I was defending with, but I was thinking that was going to be Treebeard. So he gets attacked for 3, no problem. Now, though, he'll get a new shadow card when we start doing the attacks. For this Lieutenant of Agmar attack, we are going to use Shadowfax and have Gandalf defend. So Gandalf will exhaust to defend. His defense is 3 plus 2 is 5. And let's see, we have -2 defense. So his defense is actually only 3, so he takes 3 damage. He has a total of 4 damage on him. Still not a problem, which is pretty cool. Then this Warg of Karndun will go ahead and defend with Thranduil. And he gets, after the attacking enemy gets +1, +2 if you're damaged. He's not damaged, so his attack is 3. We still have 3 defense. I'll go ahead then and use the Elven King, put back this Nath Guide into our hand, because I like being able to quest with Gandalf for free, and that will ready him. This Agmar Warg Rider is going to attack again, so what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to exhaust Shadowfax to ready Gandalf, then exhaust Gandalf and his ring, Narya, to ready 2 of my allies. I'm going to ready Treebeard, and I'll ready one of these Welling Hall Preservers. Then what I'm going to do is I will use my staff to get rid of this shadow card. Okay, that wouldn't have done anything anyways. He's attacking for 3. I will go ahead and defend with a Welling Hall Preserver, who has 3 defense because of the +1 because of Narya. That defends the 3 attack. And then let's see, for defeating him, we've got Quick Beam for 3 and Treebeard for 5, plus a Booming Ent. Yeah, he's gone. On this side, all we need is Legolas. Legolas will kill the Warg of Karndun. That will then allow him to draw yet another card. He's got another Nath Guide. Awesome. And then we need to not forget, at the end of the round, we place 1 resource on the battering ram, and then that's going to deal 1 damage to the city. So that's not terrible now. The city will go from 46 to 45 points of health. And I am going to use my Warden of Healing to go ahead and heal 1 from Gandalf, and I'm going to leave the rest of the damage. I'm not going to heal anyone else. I mean, do I have to heal 2? Heal 1 damage on up to 2. Yeah. Now, I've decided I did not attack with Treebeard. I only needed the Booming Ent and Quick Beam, because just in case I have this Stagiaire has to get attacked by the Lieutenant of Agmar, we can defend with Treebeard. Overall, though, super good round, I think. Let's go ahead and move to Legolas and Éomer. The Eomer deck will increase their threat to 33, and the Legolas and Gimli deck will move to 36. They'll each draw a card. Oh, an Unexpected Courage. That might actually be totally awesome on Gimli. And a Dunedain Mark. Nice. Yeah, so I think it's a no-brainer. We're going to go ahead and use our Errant Rider. Actually, we don't even need to. We've got 2 blue resources. Let's just use them right now. 2 blue resources, putting an Unexpected Courage on to Gimli. Thank goodness. On the Eomer side, we're going to go ahead and play the Dunedain Mark, putting that on to Eomer. Because that is a signal, he'll immediately gain 1 resource back, thank you to his Rune Master. And we're going to spend 2 out of our 4 blue resources for the Escort of Edoras. This will allow us to get a little bit additional questing, which is kind of what we need right now. I mean, we lost, 8 questing last round. Yeah, this is not going to make up all the way for it, but at least a little bit. We have a total of 13 threat in the stage area. That's honestly kind of a lot. So we're going to quest for 2, 3, and then discard this so we can keep Gimli ready. 4, 5, 6, plus 4, 8, 12. So that's 12 plus 6, that's 18. Plus 1 for 19, plus 2 for 21, giving Gimli the additional defense. Plus 4, so we get to add plus 2 when committed to the quest, but then they get discarded. That's a total of 25. I think I'm going to leave it there. 25. Let's go ahead and reveal our top card. Oh, no. We are not going to have the Hordes of Angmar. We have a Test of Will and a resource to back it up, so we're going to use that to cancel that. I do not want 2 more enemies out right now. These 2 decks are probably the 2 that are suffering the most, probably because my Eomer deck is the weakest, but that's okay. All right, our second card will be the Savage Werewolf. Oh, let me think. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to be able to kill him. So what I'm going to do is I've got Late Adventure. I'm going to use Eomer to attack. Oh, this is great. This is great. So Eomer will attack for 4 using his resource here. He's also going to quest for 1. So that'll put us up to 26 for questing. His attack is only 4. He will exhaust Hairgrim so that he can add 1 to his attack for 5. And then he's got Goothwine, which adds plus 2. That's 7. 5 plus 2 is 7. This guy's gone before he even shows up into the staging area. Of course, that does mean that Eomer is exhausted. So I need to note that, but that's okay. We did add another questing power. And because we use Goothwine, we can get back a Rohan ally from our discard pile. So if nothing else, the Snowboard Scout can come out next time to be able to soak some archery or something. In the staging area, we just have a boatload of locations. We've got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 to 26 means we placed 13 progress. So that will definitely take care of this city wall. We can't place any progress on the staging area. That definitely means we are going to move to the enemy camp, but that means we have to reveal 1 encounter card per player. Okay, come on. Don't be terrible. We've got, okay, each player deals 1 damage to a hero he controls. We don't have to worry about questing. So I'll do 1 damage to Legolas. I do not want to do 1 damage to Gimli, because then he can't ready Legolas. That does mean, though, that Legolas is 1 away from death. And we'll do 1 damage to Fastred, because, yeah, we haven't been using his ability anyways. So that was the first card. I have no Test of Will, so it's just going to be what it'll be. We have another Gate of Annúminas. Okay. Just, you know, another 2 threat. Why not? All right. We'll go ahead and grab a shadow card for our Vanguard of Karn Dûn. He will attack for 6. Gimli will defend and spend a resource to ready Legolas. That means Legolas's attack is 5, which is nice. He will then have an ability, exhaust a character you control. So that is not for the Gimli Legolas deck. That's actually for the Eomer deck. So that means Fastred is all spent, which is just fine. I need to be able to do 11 points of damage. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I have exactly that amount. Awesome. The Vanguard is toast. Unfortunately, though, you guys, at the end of the round, if enemy camp is still in play, discard 1 random face-down hero from under each stage 3. So we're going to lose 1 hero for sure from each of our stages. So right here we have Galadriel and Gildor. Let's give them a good shuffle up, and we're going to lose... Oh, we lost Galadriel. That's terrible. Okay, well, it is what it is. We still have Gildor that we could potentially save. over in quest stage area where Gandalf and the Sylvans are. So neither of these two I mean, it's always sad to lose a hero, but it won't be the end of the world if either of these are gone. We have Biffer. Biffer is toast. Okay. Of course, Thurindir is still there. And then for our final one, we have either Mary or Prince Imrahil. Also with these two. Not really the end of the world. Let's go ahead and grab... Oh, Prince Imrahil. Great. He's even an ally. He's not even a hero anyways. So Mary is still potentially savable. We'll move to our final staging area. Our Círdan deck will move up to 33 threat. And our Bjorn deck will move all the way up to 39 threat. The Bjorn deck will go ahead and draw another Eagle of the Misty Mountains. And the Círdan deck will draw 2 cards, either Gandalf or the Northern Tracker. I gotta go Northern Tracker. I mean, Gandalf is great, but he only lasts a round. That Northern Tracker would be awesome to have out right now. We would be placing out 2 progress in all locations in the staging area, not immune to player card effects. First thing we're going to do is exhaust Gleowine. We can go ahead and draw a card. Oh, another Eagle of the Misty Mountains. Sweet. Well, we might as well put one out. We'll spend 2 resources exhausting the staff to reduce the cost, only 2. And we've got another Eagle out. And I think that's honestly it. Yeah, Sting is absolutely useless now in my hand. So, yeah, I think I'm good over here. I have a total of 4 resources here. So I think the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to discard Elven Light to generate a 5th one. Then what I'm going to do is use one of those. No. I'm going to keep it. I got a Test of Will in my hand, just in case. I will then spend 4 out of the 5 of these to put out that Northern Tracker. And that way we have 2 Northern Trackers out, which will be super awesome. We have a total of 11 threat in the staging area. So let's see what we can do. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's awesome. Then I'll go ahead and send both of these for 12 and 13. And that will place 2 progress, just on the Arnor battlefield. The other 2 are immune to player card effects. Still worth it because we can take it out next time. And then we'll add 6 more to that. So that's 19 total questing so far. We get to add Radagast for free. So that's 2021. Then we'll do 22, 23. That should be enough. I don't want to do too much because I can't put any on the main quest anyways. We'll draw our top card. And we have the Shores of Lake Nuniel. Another location. Oh man, and that location's going to kill my Northern Trackers. And we have a Savage Werewolf. Okay, let's see what we've got. We quested for 23, 20, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7. We needed 3 to get rid of this, so we're good there. I will discard this. Then I think we need to go to the Siege Tunnel. Do you see what's going to happen at the end of the round, you guys? At the end of the round, each team discards cards from the top of their encounter deck until an enemy is discarded and adds that enemy to the staging area. Ugh. Okay, so we will travel here, but that means we have to reveal 1 encounter card per player. So our first one is the Host of Angmar. Are you serious? I forgot that the Eagles took him out, and so he went in the discard pile. Wow. Wow, that's brutal. Okay, our second card is an Eagle of the North. Yes. Thank you, Eagle of the North. See ya, Host of Angmar. That's amazing. That's the second time. Who's first player this time? Oh, the first player is the Bjorn deck. So we'll take another Eagle. Wow, that was pretty awesome. But that does surge into each player must choose to yeah, we're definitely going to cancel that. I have a Test of Will in my hand. I do not want to deal with that. Let's see. Yep, I have a Test of Will. Whole reason why I kept it. I'll spend the 1 resource from Eowyn. Wow. That was fantastic. Oops, not you. You. We'll go ahead and have the Savage Werewolf engage the Bjorn deck, and he does not know what he has in for him. We'll grab a Shadow card. He attacks for 5. We'll go ahead and defend. Yeah, let's defend with the Vassal of the Winglord. I want this guy beefed up even more. No shadow effect. Great. The Vassal of the Winglord is toast. But then he'll go to the Eagle of the Misty Mountains. His attack right now is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. His attack is 8. Just him alone, he can take out this enemy. No problem. Okay, so at the end of the round, we each will have to discard cards from the encounter deck until we find an enemy and then put that enemy into play. And I think this happens before this is always the challenge. There's a bunch of things happening at the end of the round. I think this will happen before we determine where the lieutenant goes. So let's go ahead and do it. We will discard until an enemy comes into play. Awesome. Goes into the staging area. These get discarded. This city wall gets another resource on it. And we have 1 archery here. So now what I need to do is I need to look at all of the staging areas, and I'll find the one with the lowest amount of threat. Then the Lieutenant of Angmar is going to move to that staging area and make an immediate attack against the first player. After discarding cards and bringing out 1 enemy in each of the other staging areas, we got an Angmar War Rider for the Sylvan, no, not for the Sylvan, for Legolas and Amber deck, and then we've got the Vanguard of Cardoon for the Gandalf and Sylvan deck. Adding those in, they all had more than 10 threat in the staging area, so that means the Lieutenant will come over here, which is actually perfect, because what we can do, so we exhausted the Eagle of the Misty Mountain. Then the Lieutenant's going to attack. We'll go ahead and defend with Bjorn because we can. And yeah, he just takes 5 points of damage. That's not a problem at all because he's still alive. And we should be, as long as we can quest through, we should be able to kill him with this deck. So I was actually hoping he would come over here. I do think, though, we're going to hit the city pretty hard here because we now have 1, 2, 3, 4 enemies out. Yeah. So we're going to have to go all the way down to 41. That's still okay. I mean, honestly, we've only lost, 20 damage, essentially? That's pretty good. So all we have to do next round is we need to make sure this stage can get 5 plus the 10 needed for here. So a total of 15 progress. If we can get 15 progress in these 2 decks, and then we should have no problem taking him out. We've won the siege. We've scared the Angmars away from us, and Annúminas is safe for another day. All right, let's do it. To start this round, we'll increase threat for our Sylvan deck to 38 and our Gandalf deck to 38. Now, we have a Vanguard of Cardoon, so it's a good thing we don't need to get through the battering ram because we literally, well, I guess we could, but we can't get 10 progress on the main stage because we don't have... We can only put 5 progress on the main quest. So our top card of our, our top card of our deck over here is the Halfling Bounder. So the first thing I think we are going to do is we're going to play our Nath Guide. That will allow us to choose Gandalf. He can commit without exhausting to the quest, which is nice. And then I think we'll use Eowyn's resources to go ahead and play this Halfling Bounder for another way to cancel when revealed effects. I don't have the... hills that makes it prevent us from doing that. So I think that'll be nice. Then the top card of our deck will be a Master of the Forge. Now you show up. Totally useless. We have a total of 12 threat in the staging area. So let's see what we want to do for questing. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 over here, 9, 10 because she just came in. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So we have a total of 15 questing on this side. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. 29, I feel pretty good about that. We are only revealing 2 cards, so great. Thank you, Halfling Bounder. We will discard that. We have our questing go down to 28, but we are canceling the Hordes of Angmar. I don't want more enemies. And then, okay, this isn't terrible. Each player deals 1 damage to a hero he controls. So I will go ahead and deal the damage to Gandalf over here. That reduces our total questing by 3. 1, 2, 3. Puts us to 25. That also means our top card is going to be turned face down. Not that that really matters. And then I'll also do Thranduil. So we can't do our combat action, but that's okay. He was not questing, so that's all right. We quested for 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13. We have 13 progress. that actually, well, we wouldn't get 10. 13, 13 minus 5 is 8. So we'll place 8 progress on the main quest. This is a victory card, and we'll grab our total of 8 progress on Lead the Sortier. But at least we got rid of the battering ram. I think with what we have here, let's go ahead and travel to the shores of Lake Nuniel. We'll do that. That will hit each of our threats up to 40, which is kind of a lot, but I'm really thinking that, oh, you know what? And although we had a total of 8, remember that Vanguard of Cardoon's there, so we actually can only put 5 progress on the main quest. We'll go ahead and have the Gandalf deck optionally engage the Vanguard of Cardoon. We'll grab a shadow card, but then exhaust the staff to then discard it, so it doesn't happen. Ooh, oh, it would have made an additional attack. Nice. So he's attacking for 6. We'll go ahead and defend with Treebeard. That means he takes 3 points of damage. 1, 2, and 3. And then he's going to get ticked off, because then we're going to use Boomed and Trumpeted, just because I wanted to play this card, you guys. We're spending 1 resource from Treebeard. After an end character takes any amount of damage, ready it, that character gets +3 attack until the end of the phase. So we'll discard this. His attack, he's ready now. His attack is 7. Then we'll add to that the booming end. So 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We have 13 just with those 2. Toast. Gone. And that means Gandalf is still ready in case something happens and we have the host, or whatever his name is, that Lieutenant of Angmar, come into the staging area and attack us. Moving to Legolas and Gimli and Éomer will increase threat, so Éomer will move to 34. Still not bad. Legolas and Gimli will move to 37. We will draw a card, so Legolas and Gimli get Mirkwood Longknives. Nice. And we get a Test of Will for Éomer. So what the heck? Let's go ahead and do it. We'll exhaust the Errant Rider to give a resource over to Legolas, spend the 2 blue resources that we have to put the Mirkwood Longknives onto him. He now will get +1 willpower, and he'll have +1 attack, so his base attack now is 5. When he gets ready with Gimli, he'll be a 6. That's awesome. On the Éomer side, we'll go ahead and play the Snowborn Scout, spending 1 of Éomer's resources for that. And then we're going to put out the Dunedain Remedy, and we're going to put that onto Legolas because he's almost dead. That will immediately heal him by 1, and then because of the Rune Master, we will get 1 resource over to Legolas as well. We'll also place 1 progress on the shores of Lake Nuniel because of the Snowborn Scout. Yeah, we need 6. For questing this round, we'll go 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, discarding this. I don't have any cards in my hand. 7 plus 12, so that is 19. We'll do 20, 21, giving the +1 defense and Sentinel to Gimli. We'll then go ahead and quest with Éomer, so that's 22. And then we'll use his response, spend the resource he's attacking for 4. We'll use this, so he's using his willpower. That's for a total of 5. Use Guthwine, so that's 7. That will kill the Angmar Orc Rider. No problem. Awesome. And we can get these guys back into our hand. It's 22-8. Let's see. Okay, we've got an Orc of Angmar, and we have, oh, perfect, another Treachery. I love Tests of Will, and thanks to the fact that we have Thor's Key on Hills of Evandime, we can cancel that. No problem. We quested for a total of 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10. 10 progress. 5 means we get through the enemy camp. Awesome. So that means at the end of the round, we'll all get our heroes back. And then we place 5 progress on the main quest. But are you noticing something? I'm not getting enough progress to actually be able to do damage to the Lieutenant of Angmar in either of these 2 staging areas. So I'm going to have to push really hard with the other 2 decks if I want to take them out this round. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead then and travel just to the Hills of Evandime. It doesn't have any effect because its text box is blank. It's just going to get 4 threat out of the staging area. Then what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to have the Éomer deck optionally engage the Orcs of Angmar. And for the archery, we'll go ahead and just kill off the Snowborn Scout. We'll grab a shadow card. We'll defend with Gimli. using the 1 resource to ready Legolas. So Legolas's attack will be 6 instead of 5. And we have exhaust a character you control. Oh, well, we'll exhaust faster, I guess. Actually, I think I forgot to send the Weather Watchman. So that actually have gone to our advantage. I'll exhaust the Weather Watchman instead, because I'm going to just give him the +2 defense. So we need to do a total of 7 damage. Legolas himself can do 6. Fastard can do the 7th and 8th damage, and that will take him out. Awesome. Okay, we've got 1 more staging area. Can we do it? We need 15 progress. That is a lot. Let's see if we can do it. We'll each go ahead and increase threat by 1. So our Círdan deck goes to 34, and our Bjorning deck goes to 40. All right, we'll draw cards. The Bjorning deck will grab Meneldor. Awesome. And let's see. We have, oh yeah, I get to draw 2. Oh, stand and fight. Oh yeah, Light of Valinor is gone. Okay, now to decide what I want to do. Well, you know what? This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and discard Light of Valinor to generate a 3rd resource. Then I'm going to spend those 3 resources that I have, that's all I have, to go ahead and get our 3rd Pelargir Shipwright. That means we'll have an additional 3 questing. Maybe that'll help us. We'll see. On the Bjorning side, we'll go ahead and use the staff so that we can only pay 1 for Meneldor, and then we'll spend 4, because we got tons of resources over here. 2, 3, 4 for the Eagles of the Misty Mountains. Both of those can quest for 2. Meneldor will place 2 progress on the shores of Lanuniel. I wish I could put it somewhere else, but that's where I'm going to have to put it. I have a total of 14 threat in the staging area. This is going to be insane if I'm going to be able to do this. I don't know. Let's give it a shot. 4 plus 4 is 8. 9, 10, 11. We're going to send both of these guys. 12, 13, 14, plus 3, 6, 9. So that's 23. And that does also mean we placed 2 more progress on the shores of Nuniel, but not on any of the other locations in the staging area. So annoying. 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37. I'm even going to have the Warden of Healing, Mike style. I'm even going to have Warden of Healing questing. 37. We're only revealing 2 cards, you guys. Come on, let's do this. At 37, we'll go ahead and flip. When revealed, each player deals 1 damage. Okay, so I'm going to deal a damage to Bjorn because he's not questing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's still got 4 health. And, oh, I have to do it. I'm going to do it to Arwen. That's her 2nd point of damage. And we're going to reduce our total willpower by 3. So that puts us down to 34. So we'll discard this, and let's see, what's our next one? We have the exact same card. Okay, I can choose any hero, right? Each player deals 1 damage to a hero. Yeah, okay, so I'll do it to Bjorn again. He's so great. Let me do some calculations quick. Actually, you guys, I'm going to be just okay. So I quested for 34. I'm going to deal the damage to Círdan. That reduces our questing to 30. But remember, we had 14 threat in the staging area. We didn't add any. These are just 2 treacheries. So we placed 16 progress. That will be 5 for the siege tunnel and 10 for stop the attack. That means we can take out the lieutenant. Yes. Okay, awesome. This is what we have in the staging area. So I think what I'll do is I will travel to the Arnor battlefields. And yeah, just so you can see, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Boom! 16. That should be more than enough. So I am going to go ahead and, yeah, travel to the Arnor battlefields. And then what I'm going to do is I have to engage both of these enemies, right? We're above 35. Yeah. So I'm going to have the Círdan deck optionally engage the Angmar War Riders, but that does mean they're going to make an immediate attack against them. That's fine. We'll deal with that. We then have the Lieutenant of Angmar that will be engaged by the Bjorn deck. Bring it on. So during that engagement phase, I'll go ahead and discard Sullian to ready Glorfindel. Then we'll get a shadow card, and he'll make the immediate attack, and I'll defend with Glorfindel. His defense is 2, thanks to the Wild Stallion. No shadow effect, so he gets hit for 1 point of damage. Then we do have an archery, so I'll do that 1 point of archery on the Airborne Guard. Now we will do shadow cards, so we will go ahead and put 1 shadow card here and 1 shadow card on the Lieutenant of Angmar. For this attack, we'll go ahead and exhaust Jubair. We'll get rid of this shadow card. It doesn't do anything, and he attacks for 3, and Jubair's there, no problem. Over here, the Lieutenant will attack for 6. We'll exhaust the Eagles of the Misty Mountains. Their defense is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They have an 8 defense. Exhaust a character you control. Okay, that's fine. We'll exhaust a giant bear. Then what we're going to do is we are going to exhaust Círdan and Narya. We are going to ready 2 allies, giving them +1/+1. So let's ready these eagles, and let's ready the giant bear. So the eagles now are attacking for 2, +1 because of Círdan, so that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So they're doing 9 damage, plus the 8 here, plus the 5 here. I would say that's enough to beat the Lieutenant of Angmar. Done. Oh, okay. Well, what was that, 11 rounds? Yeah. Oh, that was pretty intense. Overall, actually, it was a little easier than I thought it was going to be. I mean, we ended at 41 total strength of Annúminas. That's not bad. Yeah, this Eagle deck, so much fun. I would say definitely the weakest combo was the Legolas, Gimli, and Éomer deck. But, you know, overall, they held their own enough to be able to survive long enough so that we could win the game. So this was an epic multiplayer game of Siege of Annúminas. Now, there is one more of these, the attack on Dul Goldur. And I'm curious if you've watched this all the way through and you would like to see epic multiplayer of Attack on Dul Goldur, let me know. If I get enough people saying yes, I might do that, because I had a blast. I'm tired. You guys, I'm super tired. It's exhausting to do this, but it's a lot of fun. And it's really fun to make 6 decks and see them play out. So I do have 3 copies of this, so I could do that. Regardless, thank you all so much for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for watching the One Stop Co-op Shop and supporting Mike. He's pretty awesome. It's been really fun to show you guys what Lord of the Rings can provide to you. There's so many different ways you can play the game. Yeah, it's really fun. I hope you guys have a good rest of your day, and I will see you at the next stop.